Phantazia, and welcome back to my channel for yet another episode of Kicking It. I know it's a holiday, it's Mother's Day. Some of you probably are out of town and can't be with your mother today, or you are with your moms, you're with your families, you're eating good, you're spending time. So I'm gonna try to make this as interesting as possible so that it will be worth whatever length this video is that you take away from your family, that it'll be worth watching. Or you could definitely grab your mom, sit your family down and watch this with them, because we need to keep ourselves informed on the things that are going on in our world around us. So let's hop right into it. Okay, so as a woman, when a fellow woman lands herself on the cover of Sports Illustrated, like, I immediately become elated. Like, it's a really big deal for something like that to happen. But I was on Twitter the other day scrolling, and I come across a headline that reads, Caitlyn Jenner to pose nude on cover of Sports Illustrated with her gold medal. And I just had to have a full-blown conversation with my roommates because they were there at the time. And I don't know, the headline kind of bothered me, and the issue in itself is kind of bothering me a lot. So I'm not going to jump into the whole what I think about the transgender community, but I will say that if we're looking at Bruce Jenner turned Caitlyn Jenner, that as a woman, Caitlyn Jenner could not possibly have won a gold Olympic medal in a men's division, like track and field competition. There's no way. And honestly, when Bruce Jenner first turned into Caitlyn Jenner, I wanted them to snatch the medal from her, because it wasn't like what happened to Bruce. Bruce is no longer here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like if he doesn't want to be identified with that, but yet the accolades, it's just, you don't want to be that same person anymore. But the same accolades and accomplishments that you made as a man, the woman that you've become, you want to like capitalize on that. It's really weird to me. And then I was like, so is the medal gonna be big enough to cover everything down there? Is everything down there small enough that the medal can cover it up? Is it gonna be like full body nude where there are masculine features from the neck down, and then, you know, her face gonna be super beat and her hair gonna be flowing? Because I seen Caitlyn Jenner work. The Bruce turned Caitlyn Jenner thing in general, it's just a really complex situation that I'm not going to divulge in too much, but be on the lookout, because Bruce turned Caitlyn will be on the cover of Sports Illustrated. Comment down below with what you think about Caitlyn still being in possession of the Olympic gold medal that Bruce won, when as a woman there's no way she could have won that. So it's just what I would call any regular Tuesday. I'm riding in the car, leaving a choir concert because choir is life. I'm listening to the radio with my mentor, and then on NPR we hear that Ted Cruz has dropped out of the Republican race. My mind is, it was like scramble. I'm thinking so many things. Like, we are literally living in a time and place where Donald Trump is like our presumptive GOP nominee. Like, this is really happening. Months ago I thought this was a joke. I was laughing. Like, I really thought that him running was a complete joke. But here we are months later, and he's not only a quote unquote legitimate contender, but he is the nominee. Like, it's going to be him and one other person. There's a 50-50 chance that this man is going to be president of our country. Like, is anybody else concerned about this? Is anyone else concerned about this? Just a small plug. If you are of age to vote, please register to vote. I'm going to put a link below of just steps that you need to take to go and register to vote. Your voice cannot be heard if you do not speak. It's that simple. A lot of people, especially people my age and in my age range, just believe that their voice isn't heard, and because of that they don't go out and they don't vote. But the way you get your voice heard in a political situation, especially with the political climate that we have, is that you actually go out and you actually cast that vote. Now, I'm not normally one to encourage that people only go out during presidential races, and that's not what I'm encouraging or plugging right now. I will say that local politics are the most important politics. Those are the politics and the politicians that are affecting your daily lives more so than you think. But when we are in a time and in a place where Donald Trump can be president of the United States, that, my friend, is when you put that thought to the side that nobody hears you, the thought to the side that your vote doesn't matter, and you actually go out and cast a vote, because you might be surprised if you and every other person that thinks that their voice doesn't get heard actually goes out and votes. We might have an impact, like a say, on what is going on in our presidential race. Ted Cruz drops out. This makes Donald Trump the Republicans' guy. This is their guy. This is the idiot that one day says that he's going to deport all, the Mexicans in America, and how he's going to build this wall. What are we, China? The Great Wall of the United States? Is that what he's building now? And people are actually supporting that, which, anyway. So he tweets this picture on Twitter, of course, where he's eating a taco salad on Cinco de Mayo, with a caption that basically says, "I love Mexicans." And I'm confused. I really don't think that Donald Trump or any other Donald Trump supporter has any right to eat a taco salad, guacamole, salsa, quesadillas, enchiladas. You don't have a right to drink a margarita. Like, on Cinco de Mayo, you should have been shut up in your house with the blinds closed, doors closed, and you should have been reading a book, educating yourselves. That's what Donald Trump and the Donald Trump supporters should have been doing on Cinco de Mayo. But no, he wants to get on Twitter. If he's now our, oh God, it's just, oh my, it's too, go out and vote. Go out and vote. Go out and vote. We've been seeing a lot of dancing Drake with, like, Tati Wine, Rihanna, with all the hip popping and belly dancing, and just glorified twerking is what Rihanna does, and she does it very well. There have been a lot of accusations of them being a thing and secretly dating. On one end, you're having people say that they are dating and that they're keeping it a secret, which I just literally saw a bird fly from the sky and, like, land on the sidewalk. Is that normal? Like, on one end, you have people saying that, they're just secretly dating, which I completely agree with. I feel like whether you're just, like, regular, like myself, or you're a celebrity like Drake and Rihanna, the most important key to a successful relationship is not to let people know what you have going on. If I don't take pictures, that don't mean that somebody's not in the picture, and if I'm taking pictures, does not mean that you know what's going on. You will never know when my home is not happy. While you are one when you come together, you are still your own individual. You gotta keep your individuality. Be you. Do you, boo. Do you. So on one end, people are saying that they're keeping the secret relationship. On the other end, people are saying that they are just, playing with the public. Either way, they got us talking. They got us buying album sales. They have us watching videos. We are rooting for you both personally in your own individual careers and lives. And if you are together, I'm here for it. I'm here for it all. This won't be the first time that we've talked about Drake or Beyonce on my channel. And it probably won't be the last. So, as we all know, Beyonce has quite a large following. In the first week of her sales, she made, I'll round it and say about 500,000 album sales in 1 week. While Drake, on the other hand, I'll round it, made about 600,000 sales in day one for his project that debuted, dropped. Anywho, so the thing with Beyonce is, as usual, she snatched all our edges by dropping some surprise album, documentary, visual album. This is like the second time she's done it. We fall for it every time. I'll fall for it again, Beyonce. Drop another one. However, on the flip side, Drake has been advertising views from the 6, I want to say going on 2 years at this point. I just know I've been waiting for him to have Spring 16 popping for a really long time. He has surpassed Beyonce in album sales. Kudos to you, Drake. I personally was not a part of those unit sales that you made day one, but a friend was. I still heard the music, and kudos to you, my friend. cigarettes on cigarettes. My mama think I stink. I got burnt hoes in my hoodie. You know, an artist, I would just call him a rapper, but I'll say an artist that I rock with real heavy, Chance the Rapper. Chance the Rapper is legit and has been. It has been. It's been at least 3 years since Acid Rap dropped. Yeah, I was definitely living in a dormitory at that time. I think it was my first year in the particular dorm I was living in that I stayed in for 2 years. Yeah, it's been about 3 years. And he has announced his official drop date for his third mixtape, which is this week, May the 13th. Be on the lookout for that. I'm very excited. The last project that we got from him, the last full project we got from him was a collaboration with 2 other artists. Not that that wasn't great, and it was also free. We're just ready for some music just from him. I need a whole project of just Chance. I need it. I need it bad, and I'm getting it this week. Lego, what's up? What's up? So a few weeks ago, I expressed to you guys my undying, unfailing love for one Tupac Shakur. And this week, we actually lost his mother to a heart attack at the age of 69. Miss Afeni Shakur was dynamic, to say the least. In her 69 years, she lived and went through a lot. She was very politically active, a member of the Black Panther Party. She was incarcerated during her pregnancy with Tupac up until a month and 3 days before he was born, at which point she was acquitted. If you think about it, Miss Afeni embodies a lot of elements that our Black mothers do, especially kind of, if you think about it, she lost her son to not police brutality, but she lost her son to violence, to street violence, gang violence. And I know several individuals that have died before, and I can't imagine what it is for a mother, for a parent, but especially a mother, to have to bury her child. And she lived through that. She continued to push through and set a flame underneath Tupac's legacy and just keep that flame burning through the building of art centers and just kind of maintaining his estate and things like that. Miss Afeni, you will be missed. Your influence on Tupac as an individual was very evident, and he has helped to shape this world. I feel like there are a lot of people I know who have been impacted in some way by Tupac. While some might not understand what the hype is about him, Tupac was just a real person with real feelings who made something of himself. In every interview, in every appearance he made, he was 100% genuinely and authentically himself. I believe that we have you to thank for that, Miss Afeni. The fact that he grew up without his father, like many of us have, and you didn't allow him to mourn that loss in a way that, that's a man that he didn't know, and you raised him. And it's hard for a woman to raise a man, to raise a boy up to be a man, and you did that. You did so successfully. We want to thank you for being who you are. Thank you for your spirit, and we look forward to seeing you again one day. I look forward to seeing you again one day. May you forever rest in peace, love, and everything that you never had the chance to experience here on this earth. Thank you guys once again for tuning in for yet another installment of Kicking It. It is Mother's Day, so I just want to say that if you have your mother and she's alive, and maybe not even well, but she has breath in her body, or your mother figure, whatever woman in your life has helped take care of you and loved on you and encouraged you and gave you that tough love that nobody really wants but everybody definitely needs, tell her that you love her. Don't wait until Mother's Day to shower your mother with love and appreciation. Take a moment and call her, on a daily basis. Shoot her a text message. I know a lot of times people talk about the relationships in your life, like your best friends or whomever it is, that you don't have to talk to those people every day. And I guess that's true, but as we get older and you're not glued at the hip with your family or your friends and things like that, I find that the people most important to me, I have a desire to talk to almost every day. And so I don't quite get the notion that the closer you are to someone, the less that you need or want to talk to them. So I just say love on your parents, show them appreciation, not just on national holidays that are set aside for them. Like, show them every day, because if it wasn't for them, you wouldn't be here. As the song says, everything you got, you get it from your mama. So be sure to give back to her. Love on all of your mothers. And I just want to take a moment to thank any mother out there. Like, thank you for the gift of life. Women birth the world. Like, without women, this world would not be what it is today. So we love you. We thank you. And I'll see you guys again next week for another episode. Bye, guys.